What's up, Faith and Stars family? Thank you for tuning into my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Either way, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Today we're still talking about marriage. There's always so much to talk about, and in all honesty, marriage is one of my favorite topics. So marriage is hard, but it's so worth it when you marry your best friend. And I am speaking from experience. I married my best friend. We found each other like by happenstance in high school. We went to two different high schools, but we just through a mutual friend just found each other, and at 17, and then ever since then we've been inseparable. Like, that's my ace. I'm his ace. I got his back, he got my back. And I don't know, marriage is hard, but it's worth it when you find the person who loves you nearly unconditionally. And I say nearly unconditionally because I personally don't believe in unconditional love, but you yourself are more than welcome to. I don't believe in unconditional love outside of Christ's love for us, because to me, unconditional love is perfect. It means perfection, and only Christ has that perfect love. But marriage is hard. But if you find somebody who loves you nearly unconditionally, then I feel like if you find somebody who has your same values, who is saved, who is kind, and has common sense, because common sense can take you a long way. Let's just be real. A lot of people don't have common sense. You cannot teach common sense after a certain age. I think when kids are younger, you can mold them into common sense thinkers, but after a certain age, it's just too late. If you're an adult trying to learn common sense, no. That can't happen. No. So one person with common sense and the other person without common sense, the person that has the sense is not going to be able to deal with the person without common sense. It's going to be too hard. It's a burden. It's an uphill battle. How is that gonna work? How is that gonna work? I don't know. Marriage is hard all by itself, much less dealing with somebody who makes terrible choices all the time. So yeah, find somebody who loves you nearly unconditionally. Marry your best friend if at all possible. I believe that you should be friends before anything else, because being in love fades. It comes and it goes in waves, up and down and up and down and up and down. Now, you'll always love that person, but being in love, like that passionate romance kind of love, you know, that Valentine's Day kind of love, that's not every day. To be honest, it would be nice if it were every day, but that's why I say you should marry your best friend, because you'll always love your best friend, but some days your best friend might get on your last nerve. Let's just be real. That's how it's gonna happen. But again, I always say your great days should far outweigh your bad days. No matter how you slice that pie, your great days should always outweigh your bad days. Like, I have a friend who I asked him, I said, on a scale of 1 to 100, and 100 being, of course, the best, out of 100% of the time, I think is how I worded it, how happy or how often are you happy in your marriage? And his answer devastated me. Like, he said 10 or 15% of the time he's happy in his marriage, and he's only 31 years old. I just feel like, man, life is so short. you gotta learn how to agree to disagree and move on. Like, there might be some things that he will do and will probably always do that will get on my nerves, but I get on his nerves too. I know I do. But I mean, 95% is like the lowest percentage that I'm ever unhappy. Like that, just that 5% of unhappiness, it goes in waves. Sometimes it's 100%, but 95% is the lowest. And we've been married for almost 4 years, but we've been together for 14. And I feel like he's the only person in this world that I could ever even think about building a family and a future with. And so it broke my heart when my friend said he is only happy 10 or 15% of the time in his marriage. Like, that is terrible. He told me, he said, man, she even walks slow. I said, well, dang, if how she walk even get on your nerves, man, I don't know what to tell you. Marriage is hard all by itself, but when you're in it with somebody who doesn't know how to love you the way that you need or the way that you deserve, boy, you are fighting a losing battle when you're in a marriage with somebody who doesn't know how to love you and isn't willing to learn. Think about it. And remember, let your faith empower you to reach for the stars.